Good afternoon, groovy citizens, and happy fantastic Friday. I hope you all have had a wonderful day. I should say you are having a wonderful day, and you will continue to have a wonderful day because y'all, the weekend is here. The weekend is here, unless you work on Saturdays and Sundays. Otherwise, your work week is over and y'all can just sit back, relax for the next couple of days because the weekend is here. So I'm a little later getting my video done because I had some stuff to do earlier. I'm going to do this car conversation. Then I'm headed up to my sister's house so I can help her finish filling in the flowers for her wedding, because y'all know we're on countdown. She's getting married next Saturday. But also while I'm there, I'm going to pick up my Christmas decorations that I store in her basement. And I mean, heck, she's got plenty of space for it. But anyway, so I'm going to pick that up. Now, even though there's a 90% chance of rain tomorrow, I'm okay with that because I still want to bring my stuff down so that I can work on it on Sunday, because my focus is really getting the yard set up. I need to get, because I string lights on the fence, and then those lights wrap around the tree in the corner back here. You all can't see it. And then I put my deer up in the yard. I have to string the lights on the bushes and on the railing, and put all my poinsettias in the flower pots, and put my bows on the end of the banister. So I got a lot of stuff to do, y'all, but I love doing it, so it is okay. Plus, wait a minute, tomorrow's going to be busy. Like I said, I'm going to go and help out with filling out her flowers. But then hopefully Ryan will get back with me after I finish this video, because I'm trying to get on his schedule to see if I can get my nails done at 3:30, because the wedding, like I said, is next Saturday, and he's only in the shop on Saturdays, so I can't get my nails done on next Saturday. So I need to get them done tomorrow. And yeah, then that'll be done. Hair appointment scheduled for next Thursday. And I think everything else is falling into place. I do have to go buy a half bra, so I'm gonna do that Sunday and run into JCPenney. TMI, but yeah, I do need to get one with this dress. It has the little built-in cups, but I need a little more safety and you know, togetherness, if you will. So I have to do that, and then I'm gonna make sure I relax. You hear what I say? I'm going to make sure I relax. And y'all, let me tell you something real quick. Can't go into a lot of detail, but I have a new business venture that I'm going to be adding to my business. I'm really excited about it, but I'll have more information for you on that on next week, because I'm still working out all the particulars. And then before I go into my video, I'm a little concerned, because earlier today I got in the car and there was a couple of droplets of water on the inside of my windshield right behind the rearview mirrors. So I'm a little concerned about that, because I got to figure out where that came from. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. And then I saw a little there was some condensation the other day on the inside of the window, because there was some right here along the window right here and on the front windshield, but it was inside, not outside, on, you know, outside on the window. So like I said, I keep my eyes focused on stuff like that. My baby is paid off, one down, one to go, and so I'm going to take care of it so I can make sure I keep her on the road, okay? Now, let's jump into today's topic, you guys. I couldn't wait to share this with you, and it simply says, we need faith. Did you hear what I said? We need faith. This little boy just fell down the hill up the street. Poor baby. Hope he's all right. Anyway, we need faith. And I'm going to say this. We all have moments that we lack faith. Let's just keep it real. I don't care how much you love the Lord. I don't care how close to God you may think you are. At some point in time, we all lack faith. If you said, well, I don't know, you know, I don't know about this, I'm not sure about that, honey, you're lacking faith. So this quote I'm going to share with you, of course, is by none other than Bishop T.D. Jakes. He says, we don't need faith to direct us when everything falls into place. Now, y'all listen. He says, we need faith to sustain us when all hell is breaking loose. He says, when you look at your Bible with one hand and you look at your life with the other, and you say, Lord, I see what you said, but look what I'm going through. My God, my God. Can I say that one more again? When you look at your Bible with one hand and you look at your life with the other, and you say, Lord, I see what you said, okay? Your word is open, whether you have an actual Bible in hand or you're using an app. And you say, I see what you said in your word. And if you say you've never said that, you're telling a lie, because we all have gone down that road before, because I've done it. Where I say, Lord, your word says whatever it is that I'm quoting, but that's not what I'm seeing. And he says, but then on the other hand, you look at your life and you say, Lord, I see what you said, but look what I'm going through. Had nothing that I'm going through is lining up with what you said. That's where we need teaching. I don't need you to tell me how to act when I get healed. Come on now. I need you to teach me how to survive when I don't get healed. I don't need you to tell me how to shout when I got a new job, a new house, a new car, a new wife, or in parentheses, I said husband, a new circumstance. I got enough sense to be happy when things go right, but teach me how to be happy when all hell is breaking loose. Things are getting bad instead of better. Teach me how to stand when it's raining down on my face, and tell me how to keep trusting God when he says no. Tell me how to keep trusting God when he says no. And that quote again is by Bishop T.D. Jakes. And then I've just made a few notes about what do you do when God says no? Well, when God says no, he's making room in your life to move in ways that you can't even begin to imagine. I'm gonna put a pin right there, might I? When God tells you no, he's not trying to hurt you. He's not trying to make your life miserable. He knows that you're already going through some stuff, regardless of what that stuff is. I didn't air quote what that stuff is. He's not trying, God dog, I left my tea. He's not trying to make you miserable. He's saying no for several reasons, okay? Make sure you read Romans 8:28, where it says, in all things, God works for the good, come on now, of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. God knows what's best for us, and sometimes what's best for us in that moment is for him to say no. How many times, let me put a pin right there, how many times have you asked God for something, or you wanted something so bad that you could just taste it? Y'all know what I'm talking about? And you wanted it so bad, and God said no. And you said, wow, Lord, really? Really? You know how bad I wanted that job. You know how bad I needed that loan. You know how bad I wanted that relationship to work. You know how bad I wanted fill in the blank, whatever that thing is. And you said no. How, Lord? Why? But what you didn't understand is in that moment, God said no because he had something better for you. God said no because he heard conversations that you were not privy to. He said no because he knew that thing that you wanted so bad, it wasn't going to work out the way you thought it was. See, you thought it was going to work out one way, but he knew better. And that's why he said no. It wasn't to hurt you. It wasn't to hurt your little feelings, make you mad, make you upset. He didn't do it for any of those reasons. He did it to save you. How many times have you been driving along and you were going to take a turn, and that little voice said, no, don't turn right here. Go down 2 more lights and then make a left. And after later on that day, you found, dang, I'm so glad I listened to that inner voice, because there was an accident at that first left that you were going to take, or something happened. And God said, no, don't take that left. Go down 2 more lights and make a left, because he knew what was going to happen at that first left. And had you turned there, you would have been involved in it. But he said no to that turn because he had something else better for you. Y'all, that's some powerful stuff, okay? What did I say? God knows what's best for us, and sometimes okay. So Isaiah 55, God makes a comforting statement to his people, and he says, his ways are higher than the earth, and his ways are higher than our ways. Come on now. And his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. So again, when God tells you no for whatever that thing is, his ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. And aren't you glad that his ways and thoughts are not ours? Because some of us have some interesting ways about us, and some of our thoughts, good God, definitely need some work. So I don't know about you all, but I'm thankful that his ways and his thoughts are not like mine. And now David, let's look at David. David was a man after God's own heart, but God had to tell him no. Y'all remember that story. Go back and read First Chronicles 28. Go back and read that, because and you might say, well, wow, David was a man after his own heart, and God told him no. He had to tell him no. And God loved him with everything he had, but he had to tell him no. So if he can tell David no, come on now, he can tell you and I no. You see, Paul begged God 3 times. Y'all remember that story? He begged God 3 times to remove the thorn that was pierced inside of him. And what did God do? God said no. So if he can tell Paul no about that thorn that was in his side, causing him pain, causing him discomfort, causing him to walk with a limp, what makes you think he's not going to tell you and I no? If he can tell Paul no, he can certainly tell us no. So make sure you go back and read 1 Corinthians 12 verses 7 through 10. I know you read it already, but just go back and read that again. So instead, the Lord gave Paul grace, and he was content. He said, when I am weak, then I am strong. So you see how sometimes God will say no, but he'll give you grace that allows you to be content with whatever that thing is that you're dealing with. I don't know about you all, but that's an awesome thing for me. God may not have said yes, but he's given you grace. I'll take God's grace any day of the week. Because his grace is what? Sufficient. Come on, somebody. And so he can make you content with where you are until he's ready to bless you for where it is you're trying to go. See what did you see that connection right there? He's making you content where you are right now until he gets you to the place that you've asked him to get you to. I don't know about you all, but that'll shout you right there. That was your shouting moment. Because not everybody can be content where they are. Some people are so antsy. Y'all know people like that, right? They're never content. Well, I ask God all the time that if you don't give me what I've asked for, or you don't fix what I've asked you to fix, give me your grace. Well, I ask for God's grace. Matter of fact, I get up every morning like I did this morning, and I say, Lord, thank you for this new day. Thank you for your grace, and thank you for your mercy. See, because God's grace and his mercies are new every day, and I just thank him because he doesn't have to do it. Y'all don't make me shout myself, but he does. And so I thank God always for giving me grace that makes me content with where I am as I work towards getting where I want to be. Y'all, let me stop, because that, like I said, that'll shout you right there. And then Jesus petitioned for God to rid him of his suffering the night before he died on the cross. And God said what? He said no. So go to Mark 14:32 and 42 and make sure you read that, because he did. He petitioned God and God said no. You know why? Because God knew something that the Lord did not know, and that Jesus did not know, and he said, you know, I could take you down from this cross. I could do that, but I have a bigger mission for you. So I need you to stay where you are, because I have great work for you to do. But again, he could have said yes, come on down, but instead he told him no, because he knew that the end result was going to be greater than anything that Jesus could have asked or hoped for. So I'm going to leave you with this. Remember that God can answer you in the following ways. There are 3 ways that God can answer you when you ask for something. He can say yes, he can say not now, and he can say no. The choice is up to him. But what you have to do is you have to be content with the answer that God gives you, because you know that he knows best. He knows what's best for you. See, we all think we know everything, but God knows best. And so he's either going to say yes, not now, or just flat out no. And I've learned to say, Lord, I thank you anyhow. Because I know that whatever answer he's given me, it's not to hurt me. He's given me that answer for a reason. So I need you all to be content with the answer that God gives you for whatever it is that you've asked him for, that you're waiting for. Some of you all have asked God for something and you've been waiting quite a while, and he's still saying not yet. Or he may have said no, and you're hoping that he's going to change his mind. Well, I would just say, if he's told you no, thank God and say, well, Lord, it's your will that this thing not happen the way I want it to do, and I know there's a reason for it. Be content with it and move on. Now, if he's saying maybe, just know that God has not forgotten you. And it's all right, because I do it every now and then. I say, all right, Lord, and don't forget, remember what we talked about. And I hear that still small voice that says, I got you, Shell. I got you. I have not forgotten about you. So all I'm saying is, to sum all of this up, is that I need you to work on having faith. I don't know what it is that you're waiting for. I don't know what it is that you have asked God for, what you stand in need of, but I need you to have faith that God is going to answer your request in a way in which is best for you, because I know he's going to answer it in a way that's best for me. But I need you to have faith, okay? I need you to have faith. Is it always easy? No, it's not. It is not always easy to have faith, but I need you to dig deep down inside, and I need you to find that faith, especially when you feel like all is lost and you feel like you are by yourself. You feel like you're dealing with whatever it is you're dealing with alone. Honey, you are never alone. You are never, ever, ever alone. But I need you to have faith. Y'all, that's it. That's my time. I want to say thank you so much for joining me today and letting me speak a word into you. Hopefully something that I said will resonate with you and make you stop and think, you know what, Michelle is right. I need to work on my faith, because my faith has been lacking. And sometimes our faith does lack. It does. But that's just a part of life. But just remember that your faith in God will take you so far in life. It will relieve those headaches. It will make you feel so much better if you just have faith. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. Y'all know I love you so much, and I miss you when I don't get a chance to see you. Again, go out there, enjoy the rest of your Friday. If you plan on going out, you know, you're going to have a drink, go to a bar, whatever. Wherever you go, just do it responsibly. Okay, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Take your hand sanitizer with you. Make sure you have your mask on. And just be careful about going places where there are a whole lot of people. I don't know about you all, but I'm still not at a place where I want to be out with a whole lot of people. I just don't. Okay? Again, I love you all to the moon and back. You know the drill. You know my spiel. There's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because that will never change. So as you are having faith, come on somebody, you can have faith that my love for you will always be the same. I'm always going to be here to encourage you, to push you, and help you become the best you possible. Because that's just what I believe God has put me on this earth for. Love you all, and we'll talk again tomorrow. Until then, take care.